Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. Assuming you can see me now, you're getting a signal. I'm just went live. I see the little button up there in the corner, and we're just going to wait a second and give more people time to get on. And in the meantime, I'll explain a little bit about what we're going to see tonight. I'm going to go through and we're going to be discussing LinkedIn, and I'm going to show you what I've done myself to create some good results with LinkedIn. And I noticed like the color on the webinar keeps coming in and out. I guess it's having a little focus issue right now. But we'll be in screen share for most of the night, and when I start recording, it'll be from that point. So this is just for the beginning, and probably at the very end when I come out of screen share. So no worries about the little, it looks like it turns yellow and then white. I don't know if you're seeing it on your end, but it clearly it's doing it to me on this end. It's kind of weird. But while we wait, I'm going to show you some things on LinkedIn. I've personally been able to sign up at least one new person every week into something, even network marketing. I've done two, sometimes I think three MLM signups in a week from using LinkedIn. And, there's probably people out there that can get even better results than I can, but they're not telling what they're doing. So, or they charge an arm and a leg for it. But I'm going to show you at least where you can get results like me. And I'm pretty sure most people would be very, very happy with, even if it was just like one referral a week into an affiliate program, or one sign up a week into their MLM business or something like that. So I'm going to share with you how I do it. And I'm not spending any money. However, I do spend money on LinkedIn. Don't get me wrong. I will use advertising. But what I'm going to show you tonight is how I get one a week without spending money. If I were to use paid advertising, it can get even bigger than that. Okay. And I can generate a lot of leads using LinkedIn advertising, but it's expensive. It costs more than Twitter. We're about 4 minutes after the hour now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over to screen share, and I want to create where the webinar is going to start. For those of you live, you're seeing this, but when I send out the recording and I make the YouTube video and probably a funnel and things like that to promote and generate leads, that's where they're going to see it, starting from the slide share. So all this in and out focusing and stuff like that won't be on the actual recording. So anyway, let's get over there, and hopefully there's no issues with the sound. It shows that the sound's coming through. And we are live. If you want, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch this there. So either way, there you go. Get over to screen share, and I'll share my screen, and we're going to get over into LinkedIn, and we're going to have a lot of fun, lots of fun. Let's see, let's go to the home page. All right, here we go. Now there's a lot of information I want to cover tonight, so I'm going to move fast, but nonetheless, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get a lot of good information, and just try to keep up, take notes if you have to. When I send out the recording, you can watch it as much as you would like. But here we go. All right, this is LinkedIn. This is the home page. If you've ever been to LinkedIn, let me tell you, this is a new look. They just changed this up. When I scheduled the webinar, this new look hadn't came out yet. And about, within a couple of weeks of the webinar date, well, guess what? They change, and I'm like, great. I've got to relearn everything, find out how everything works, because all the same features are still there, but they got a new look, but they've also got some really cool new things that I have not yet been able to tap into, but I want to go over them anyway because I understand them from doing them in other places. And well, it's one tool that I haven't tapped into yet that now we do have it. It's something brand new, just came out with LinkedIn, and I want to share it with you and show you some examples from what other people are doing with it. So, give me a drink of water, kind of loosen up, because when you talk for an hour solid, your mouth gets dry. All right, so first thing you can do with LinkedIn is you need to build connections, okay? You're not going to go really far anywhere without building a connection base. The way you do that on LinkedIn, see, you have to have somebody's email address, and a lot of people find that, well, I can't get to nobody, can't build no connections because I need their email address. Well, you really don't. You do ways, but there's ways around that. Number one, if you build a good profile, this is the home page, and maybe perhaps we should start with profile. And because by doing that, a lot of people that will connect with you. You'll get a lot of connection requests, and that's very, very important. So for me, I've got my articles up here. Here's just a glance at my profile. And to be honest with you, I could probably update it some more and put some new accomplishments on there and such. But right now, LinkedIn's keeping me pretty busy. But with your profile, be sure to include a picture. Be sure you put any kind of accomplishments maybe that you've done. The company you're with. You don't necessarily have to put your MLM company if you're doing that, but present yourself as your own business. A lot of people may go in there and make a profile, and what they'll do is they'll promote themselves as part of a company and their network marketing company. And they basically make their profile look like whatever company they're in, and that's all it's about. When really, if you design your profile to be more like a person that helps people do whatever, like help them build their network marketing business, or help them to earn money from home, or help them to get healthy, or help them to get vacations, and not necessarily focus so much on the actual company, but more on yourself. That will get you a lot more connection requests, and it'll make you just look more professional. So understand that, number one. You can figure out how to load your photos and all that. I don't have time to go through there and show you how to do each thing. But as you see, I've got articles here. I put content up on mine. You can do the same, and it makes your profile a lot more powerful when you have, when it's more about what you've done and not necessarily about your company. I think I made that clear and explained it good enough. Just be sure to do that with your profile. And if you have it more about, focused on your company, then can think about changing it up, doing a bio, because a lot of people will, talk all about their company in their bio instead of what they've accomplished. You can put, if you've ranked advanced or something in a company, absolutely put it up there. I reached this position in this company, and it's kind of to back up that, you know what you're doing. So create a good profile, number one. So write that down if you're taking notes. Number one, make sure your profile is perfect. Good. Make it appealing, and think if someone else was looking at you, what is it you want them to know about you most? And what can you, tell them that will be the most attractive to them? And then once you get your profile, you start building your connections. Now there's several ways you can do that. The easiest way I have found is you go over here. Now it's located over here. hit this work button and go to groups. If you go to groups, I'll show you. Here's a new page, and this is going to be groups. You know, here it is. Look, MLM pros. There's a good one. Let's say I'm looking for network marketers to connect with, because, you know, those are the people that join network marketing companies. Tons of people in groups. And here you go. And if, let's say, if they're within 2 connections, let's just try this person. Let me see if I'm connected to them. Join via Ray Higdon. View profile. I may already be connected to him. Let's see. We'll click on him. Whoops. See when I come. All right. Let me just click his name. No. You can definitely see, I can add a note. You know, again, members are most likely, so hit add a note, and here's where I would put, you know, hey, we're in a group together, you know, it seems like we got some common interest in network marketing. You know, you want to personalize the note, hit send invitation, and bingo, you're kind of avoiding having to know email addresses and stuff, but you don't want to overload it. You don't want to go through there and have lots of, you know, doing a lot of it in one day. It starts to look kind of, you know, and LinkedIn may be like, hold on, you know, you're reaching out to too many people in a day. But people that reach out to you is a different story. You can have as many of them reaching out as you want. And being active, just being active on the site, like posting and writing content, things like that, will get you a lot of people reaching out to you. So the best way to build your connections is to really get into LinkedIn, start posting on the wall, get in the groups, join some groups. You can go over here to the work. You see, go over there to work. You'll find the groups button. Groups that are most are doing. I'm in network marketing. Mostly everybody that's watching this is marketing, or they are in like internet programs and affiliate marketing. So you want to go and find the groups that would have those kind of people in there, or have the people that you're most likely to do business with. So, you know, if I guess let's just say if I was a realtor, I may go look for groups that have other realtors, or perhaps see if I could find one where people are, you know, going and asking to sell or buy property. You know, if that exists. It's just an example. If I'm in the wellness industry and I wanted to sell wellness products, and that was my focus, I wanted to sell wellness products, I would look for groups where people are concerned about their health. Any kind of groups, like groups on weightlifting, groups on getting fit and things like that. And I would join those, because those are the people that are most likely to purchase what I have. So I will join those groups and connect with people that are interested in that kind of thing. So, I mean, that's pretty simple. I think that basically explains, and that's how you're going to build your connections. It's really important to start doing that. And you can really build it fast. You really can. If you really got there, joined some groups, found some people, and started becoming active, your connection base will start to grow quickly. You could also, you know, when you're out online, like on Facebook, Twitter, and things like that, you know, when you're meeting people in other places, you know, simply ask them, hey, would you be open to connecting on LinkedIn? And you may be able to get their email address that way. And hey, hint, hint, if they address, you know, see if you can add them to your list as well. And you just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Because I'm going to show you how to get your LinkedIn connections onto your email list before this is over with. And that's where it's really going to get powerful. Haven't even got into the powerful stuff yet. I'm just trying to give you ideas to help you get to the start. And I think most people on here understand what I'm going through. Maybe I gave out some good tips, I hope. But most people should know how to set up a profile. Now, tip number one is what we want to do with our connections is we want to turn them into signups, correct? One of the things I will do anytime I connect with someone is I will send them a note, a message. It looks like 3 people have replied back, and believe it or not, if you get to, you may need a little practice, but that is where I've gotten lots of my signups. And you may have thought, oh, I need something fancy. No, actually, by reaching out when I go to connect with someone and just sending them a message, actually can create conversations. Once you start to develop a profile and you're looking and connecting with the right people, which are the people you're targeting, talk to, one out of, it takes quite a bit of messages. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you can get 1 or 2 messages and you get a sign up. No, I mean, sometimes you may go through 100 conversations, but you could do that in a week because, so many will reply to it. And bingo, you got somebody just through messaging that is interested in signing up. Or you may find out like you could message someone and, one of my favorite things to say is, hey, I noticed we have a lot in common. We have common interest. I'll ask them a question about them and that I'm on Facebook and things like that. I'll do all this kind of stuff. The one thing I never, ever do, and neither should you, is send them a spam message about this great opportunity and get signed up. That doesn't work. And it not only does it not work, but you don't get a conversation with your prospect either. And sometimes these conversations don't necessarily lead to MLM signups. They may be happy where they're at. But if you got an affiliate product or something, a course or a tool or something, another program that you have found that you like, you can get lots of people, and I mean lots of those, just through personalizing a message that is meaningful. I hope that makes sense, because you never know where the conversation is going to go. They may say, hey, yeah, what are you doing for traffic? And be like, well, I'm using this like free program. I upgraded, et cetera, et cetera. They click it. They go sign up, they upgrade, and they start using it. You're getting, $10 a month commission. Hey, that's worth a message. You're building your business. Messaging is probably one of the most powerful things, because if you get a good message going and you get to know your connection, you may even notice that they read your articles or they visit your website, et cetera, et cetera. And if you do have a website like myself, I have a blog. What I will do is at the end of every message, I don't include links in the body of the message. And write this down. In my signature, I'll put my name, Jay Carden, and right below it, I'll put a link to my blog. And if you're tracking it, you'll see that a lot of the people you message, you don't tell them, hey, go check out my website. You don't tell them, check this out. It just sits there in your signature. Curiosity, most of the time, they'll go and click it because, especially if you got something like myname.com, they're going to click it you know, just see what you're doing, to see who you are. They can learn a lot about you from your blog or website. And you can get a lot of traffic that way and help your, you know, push your website up the ranks. But what I've noticed is one day I messaged I had a lot of connection requests that day, and I messaged like 30 people in a day. And I want to say like 3 or 4 new leads had came in that day from my pop-up ad on my blog. And I was noticing the names. I'm like, that's the person I just connected with on LinkedIn. And that was all coming from a link in my signature. So put a link in your signature stuff. That's one of my secrets. Sounds simple, but it's very, very effective if you do it. So let me get over here to see where we move to next, which is probably going to be the posting on the home. I think I am on the home. Okay, yeah. Posting, once you have started your, you know, you got your connections up, your messaging with a private and personal note. You know, you want to keep it real, and including a link in your signature. You're doing what it takes already. This formula is already going to begin to work. Just don't miss a beat. Don't get off track. Stay on it, because sometimes it may go dead. You may not see much from the messaging and the signature, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. When it rains, it pours. Just put it that way. And as long as you're constantly, you know, connecting and sending a personal note, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll start getting some good stuff. Number 2 here, you'll get a lot of people when they reach out to connect. Be sure that you don't accept every single connection request. You may start getting a lot of junk. If that person isn't your target market, like, let's say you're into, you know, selling wellness products and you're looking for people who would be interested in wellness, you don't want to connect with someone who is into something, you know, totally different, you know, like a website designer. You know, I build websites. Yeah, of course, he's looking to site, and if you do connect with them, you may get spammed about, hey, I'll build your website for so much money. You know, you'll learn, and you'll start learning who's there to spam and who's not. So don't accept every connection request, because I'm not 100% sure on this, but I have read that you can only have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn, kind of like Facebook with 5,000, LinkedIn's 30. So you don't want to fill them up with people who are not interested in what you're doing. Get me another sip of water here. All right. Then you're going to want to post. You might want to consider posting about 3 to 5 times a day is best. But you definitely want to get in there every single day and put something up, at least a post. But try to post as much as you can, because as you see here, everyone I'm connected to, I'm getting posts from. Some of these are sponsored, I mean, which is great. If you can get you a sponsored post, but you have to pay for those, but you'll get a lot of people to see it. And you can post, if you're posting valuable stuff. See, here's a sponsored one. LinkedIn Marketing Solutions. See, sponsored. I'm not connected to them, but I'm seeing their post. Everybody else I'm connected to. But if you're putting out valuable stuff, like some content you found, or perhaps some content you wrote, or something like that has some good value to it, if you're connected to the right people, it's a good way to get clicks. Practice with what you're doing. And here's a good example. This guy here. Sometimes if you just need something to post, just to, you know, to keep it flowing, I guess you could say, you could create some images like this guy here that may have an inspirational quote or something in your niche. Tumblr graphics you can build, you know, whatever size you want. LinkedIn post header, see what I'm saying? LinkedIn, anything you can imagine. Look at that. YouTube thumbnails. This is where I go to create all my images. You can write that down. It's called Canva, CANVA.com. That's where you want to go. You can do this for free. You can get a lot of good stuff for free, or you can put a few dollars into it and make some like really appealing stuff. You know, it's up to you, but you can still get professional stuff for free. Then that may be what you need to think about doing. Create images, throw them out on the board as is. Now, another thing, I want to get into something really powerful. This is probably one of two of the biggest, most powerful parts of this formula, okay? That is, let me move that. Writing articles right there. Being got my latest ones. A few days ago. Why am I most powerful? And it's because as you will see a few of your articles, if you're writing articles, they may very well pop up on the top of the search engines. Do not be surprised if you do it right. If you're going through there just blabbing links all over it, it's not going to work. Okay, you don't want to just throw a bunch of links in there. Just have like one link going back to your blog. That's what I do. I lead it the traffic back to my actual website where I can convert them to leads. But LinkedIn's content is awesome. It's got awesome power. A lot of people will be able to see it through the notifications. When you publish new content, all of your connections will get a notification about it, number one. Number two, you can post it into LinkedIn groups that you've joined. You can join up to like 50 groups. So you can post it there and get traffic. If you don't have a blog, this is a good place to write content. And then have a link to, let's say, a landing page or something, you know, that can generate you leads. Whatever you do, a lot of people just neglect the content on LinkedIn. They don't write content on LinkedIn. And I wrote one of my early articles then went like to the top of the search engines. I think it was number one on Yahoo and Bing, and it was like number one even on Google, maybe two or three. It's now number one everywhere you go. Number one, like nearly 2 years later. And let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. I thought I saw a notification. Here it is right here. This one, here's an article I wrote. How to get people to join your network marketing business back in September 2nd, 2014. One thing I did, let's see, there's a pictures. And I didn't even put a video in it. I can only imagine if I'd have put a good video in it. Woo. But there's been a lot of comments. I'm trying to see how many views it got. It's got a lot of views. I may have to go. I think last time I looked, it was over 5,000 something people that read it. Let's see. Is that the stats button for it? Let's see. All my articles. But writing, guys, if you're not using content on LinkedIn, you're missing out on so much. Look at that. 20,690 people have visited that article. I'm getting comments on my website, on my main website, still to this day. So that's just one. That's why I show that to you. That you definitely want to write content on LinkedIn. So I'm not going to get into SEO, but I believe you get the point. Content on LinkedIn is awesome, and you need to write it. You're writing something every day, you know, and you're doing your keyword research, and you're like looking for what are people in my niche wanting to read about, and you'll notice that some of those articles will do fan, you know, go up the search engine. Guys, what I'm trying to say, you'll see what it can do. Okay, so you can also run, I don't want to touch too much on this because I'm trying to focus more on the budget. Another thing, and Debin is my favorite, okay, if you ain't noticed yet. Unlike Facebook, yeah, Facebook's got users than LinkedIn. However, it's also got a bunch of tire kickers and people that waste your time. If a person has started a LinkedIn profile, then that tells you they're more serious. So that's why I'm seeing, you know, I could talk to Facebook, one lead, talk to 30 people on LinkedIn, walk away with 10 leads and a sign up. It's a much different. It's just the quality of the prospects are greater because yeah, that guy's on Facebook too, but that's fine because he's on LinkedIn. I know he's more serious. Advertising, there are text ads. You can run text ads with picture ads, sponsored posts, things like that. Just be real careful. There's a lot of money that goes into another phone call. Sorry about that. Money that goes in LinkedIn advertising. It's kind of expensive, but it's very powerful. So if you have a little bit, try it out. One of the best parts about using LinkedIn advertising, um, like you run a campaign, let's just you run a campaign, you get a few visitors, a few leads out of it, and then you don't run it all, you'll get a keyword to be like, you know, $50 of free advertising. You know, they send out, come back and advertise. We'll give you, you know, $50 free. And then why not go and get you $50 worth of advertising? See what comes out of it. You know, it's not costing you anything. One of the things I do with advertising is they give away a lot of it for free. But you're going to, you know, first to see those kind of advantages. All right, guys. The next huge thing is the groups, and I wanted to touch on this because it's powerful. Let's go over to groups. Here's something that if you learn this, you're going to see something amazing here. Okay, we all know that building a list is and have people on your LinkedIn is really powerful at list building and group. Talking about you joining groups, the advantage of you joining groups is to connect with people that are like you. And number two, to promote content, to get in discussions, to talk with people, to meet people. That's what the group's about. And that alone is powerful. But there's something even more powerful when you own the group. You start. If you were to start a group, I create a little example group over here. Let me see. I think I pulled it up. So 39 members. Woo, getting to these members are network marketers. I invite people to the group, call to join the group, send out invite. Value, but let's say you grow that group to people. Let's say that. No matter how big it is, this is what makes starting your own LinkedIn group so powerful, especially for online marketing. And by the way, you can build up to 10 of these. I think each profile can manage up to 10 groups. That would keep you busy, but check it out. Where is it at? Announcement. I'm already there. That's right. That's what I wanted to show you. I'll read it to you in case it's too small. It says, send an announcement to members of your group who are most likely to open and be interested. Announcement every week. All right. Okay, good. When you do, the announcement will go out as an email. It'll, be a discussion, all that, but they will send it out as an email. So they going to email join legit email address, most likely won't often. Email their email address. You probably do. Send out that announcement. Register for the web group onto my list. What's awesome is join group in your list. You can send an announcement to like you house list, which is but think about that, guys. Get every end week. That's how you could, and then that's kind of what what all could if I could get into the and then 200, 500 people, then 1,050, 70. When it reaches that large of a number, you send an announcement, you're going to be with leads coming in. Person could do over 5 announcements on their biggest groups with in one day. That one announcement, 500 leads from one announcement. So in your hands, no reason what sold a LinkedIn group not generate good leads. And you can't really do this with Facebook. It's just LinkedIn, and that's why I like LinkedIn. It's really powerful. So use your imagination, guys. It's going to be about start building a group. When you get good at it, build 10 of them. You have one group for wellness, one group for people to join your opportunity, one group for a specific product, whatever, and let's say you got one group for people that are bodybuilding on this company, and you get a new product coming out. You could send an announcement about this new bodybuilding and get some leads, make some product sales. So a lot of work up front, but definitely worth it once you get it built. One other thing that's new, I told you something was new here, guys. That slide. Oh, a bunch of them. I want to close some of these others out over here. I'm getting too many windows open. So slide share. You can upload. Check it out. Boop. Upload slides, and I want to show you some examples. I haven't tapped into this, but look at this. Every sales team needs to be thinking about in 2017. Okay, that looks interesting. Look at that. Remember, loaded this up. Over 77,000 people have viewed it. Let's click on it. Check it out. It's 50 slides. You can go through here, and they've got their stuff there. Pictures. What I think is really cool. Oh, this one's got 50. I'll have to tap it a bunch. We're not going to go through it and read it. You have to be creative here, guys. It's like almost like putting a presentation in front of people, guys. Powerful. If you use these tools, see, a lot of people know figure that part out. You got it. What's your product? Believe me, your first slideshow probably won't be that. It's okay. There's no way to get to the good ones until you've went through a few of the bad. That's just all part of it. But what I like about with this, which is cool about it, is check it out. And there's a link. Sign up for our weekly newsletter. If I click on it, look what happens. Page. Look at that. How many leads do you think was 77,000 people looking at that? I mean, I'm sure it's a small percentage, but that's all it takes to make that loading that up well worth it and building it well worth it. What I'm thinking of is when I build my slide, and I'll share this with you, is you see how every slide has their logo right there I would like name, even though it ain't in their head, jcarden.com, jcarden.com. That's what I need them to remember. That way, when they have a question, let me go to jcarden.com, is on there. All right, you making sense? These slides are powerful. You can go as far as you want with them, load them up, get leads with them, and have links that send it out here. I guess these are other slides. This may be from the same person. Oh, recommended. See, look at that. Let's see what the recommended one. Give sponsored content a try with $50 in free advertising. That sounds good. But what am I supposed to do from here? That's the question. See, it's just a pin. I want to close that out. But anyway, there it goes. This is all, suggested content. And once again, where do you build these at? Where would you build a slide at? Remember what I mentioned earlier, Canva, right there. I'm thinking, I may be wrong, but I'm thinking presentation right there may be best. Look, example, just for this, I built two little example posts. Hold on, let me see if I can go up. There we go. And see, I just put that together using Canva. The text, the ultimate blueprint network marketing, and then running ads, using groups. We went through all that. That's just showing you kind of what you can do with it. It's real simple. I don't want to like go through lessons on Canva right now, because there's one last thing I want to show you that really makes all of this kind of doubles the power of, and that is another little program here. If you've ever been here before, it's called Leadsly. Now, I know this is not a social media, but what I wanted to show you is the real tracker. This, then you want to share. Number one, you can get traffic from Leadsly. Okay, if you've got a page, you can load it up. You can be a free member. You can be a pro member. You can load it up here. In other words, hint, hint. You can even, which I have not done this yet because I use my own blog, but if you didn't have a blog content and load it here, and it would generate traffic and people to actually, it'll send people there to read it. Okay. And if people go to LinkedIn and read your article, what happens is it helps it to rank. When your LinkedIn content ranks, because it's LinkedIn, it's not really you.com, it's LinkedIn.com. That gives it already more authority with Google and all the search engines. They're like, oh, LinkedIn, that's a great website, and it has an article about that, what that person's looking for. You don't screw up the content, you will be high in the search engines right off the bat because it's LinkedIn. Explain that enough. That's why you need to use LinkedIn content. Two, if you're not a member at the end of the webinar, which is towards that part, for you to in a recording, please link below, and like I say, sign up for free. I recommend ProShip. What I'm about to show you is most beneficial as a pro member, but if you're on a very, very no budget, I call it a no budget or a low budget. Low budget, you can be a pro member. No budget, you better be a free member. Right, single link that you put out. Let me find the tracker here. Tracker, the very top links, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you were to start, like, here's this one. Look at this. This is the link I made for this webinar that we're on. We had 260, I got a total of 288 clicks, 267, 120 of them were real. In other words, that's really what matters there. That 120, I hit 120 people that were actually interested. Okay, and out of those, half of them actually, about 1 in every 2 1/4 registered. That's what that means. 53, the response. I can pull up the stats here, and we can even look at who gave me the best clicks. Let's find out. Okay, let's do that. All right. I got 12 sign up. Oh, no. Email. Check that out. I emailed out 18 of you guys registered because you were on my list. 12 people registered off the pro. My ads run, okay? They don't never go away. A free member has to view an ad. For however long you view ads and look at other people's, you can get other people to look at that same exact length of time. You don't have to look at anybody's. Mine show 24/7 all year long. One of the biggest reasons to be a pro member is the amount of traffic. So I got 12 leads from that. Look, somebody signed up from a little website here. From one of the text ads I posted. No signups from a banner ad on IBO. No sign-ups. People registered from a press release that I wrote on IBO. 2 people registered from a banner ad. What is that? Oh man, IBO banner the 250 one. It's a certain size. And then the text ad on IBO got me 2 signups. See how this is working? Mobile Facebook. See, I got one from Facebook. Leads lead downline message. Got 1. The banner ad on a website, there's 2. IBO posting on the wall comments, and then 2 from just sending out messages. So what the reason I'm showing you this is now I can see it's really giving me results. After viewing this, you know what I think I need to concentrate on? Leads lead and my email list. Writing press releases on IBO might be a good idea, but what I definitely might want to consider doing only if I have time, if I've ran out of time on all the others, I may go do LAS least ad space banner ad 468. It pulled nothing. Okay, so I'm not really concerned with putting up banner ads there. Now, it's okay if they're constantly running. That's fine. From time to time, I may get a lead. But you see where the leads are best. IBO press releases, my email list, and leads lead. That's why I'm telling you. Pro members, awesome. I get a lot of leads off this program. Now, another thing you can do is you can make money. Let's just say I want to make a post on LinkedIn. I can run it through this reel tracker, create a link for it like I have this. Watch this. I'll copy, and I'm going to, let's just say I wanted it to be, webinar. If I put in webinar and then put it up there like that, if I just put /webinar, that's how it knows the source, which is working best. But we're not going to do that. This is the unknown source here. When someone clicks it, let's say they came from Facebook, LinkedIn. Look at that. I put a message up here at the top. You can do this with Leads Leap, okay? And if anybody clicks on that because they see, hey, I can get advertised on this guy's webinars, registration pages, they can click support our advertisers by clicking an ad below in the right corner. So they're like, okay, yeah, I'll support them. And they click on that little need more traffic. All right, whoever is running that ad, they get the visitor. Okay, yay, they got a visitor. It ain't doing me much, is it? Yes, it is. For every 5 seconds that they watch that, I make money. See, now I'm getting paid for them clicking on it. So, I mean, why not put it there? You never know. If you're getting a lot of traffic, this adds up, right? I mean, and it's pocket change. It's pocket change. You're not getting like, $1 a minute, cents for, a few seconds. And that's usually what you get per visitor. It adds up over time, though, especially when you start driving a lot of traffic. Now, as a pro member, I get twice as much. As a free member, let's just say for every 20 seconds, you get 1 cent. For every 20 seconds, I'd get 2 cents. See what I'm saying? Or some days it may be 20 seconds for 5 cents. If they stay for 5 minutes, I mean, heck, you may get 50 cents. As a pro member, $1. You see what I'm saying? Whatever the credits are going for that day. So the amount of money you make varies depending on what's going on. Some days it's high, some days it ain't so good. So it's just an extra way to bring in revenue for the work you're already doing. So if someone did click on it, I'd get money. If they looked at and they decided they want to be in that box and they click, watch what happens. They go there, they can get signed up, and they will start appearing on that little tracker down there. I just got to referral. So if they become a pro member, I get affiliate commissions. Free member, I get paid for that too. For, you know, whatever they view in ads, I get. So even a free member will make you a little bit of money, and a pro member will make you an affiliate commissions. Pretty good. Even if you're a free member, you still get affiliate commissions. All right, you don't have to be a pro member to make affiliate commissions. So anyway, it's another good source. You know, with your articles, if you wanted to promote your LinkedIn content, you can run it through the Real Tracker, see where, you know, how long people are staying, how long they're viewing it, how many people are clicking the links inside the content. You can track all of this. So important to track what you're doing. Track your wall posts, like how many clicks are you getting each time you post on the wall on LinkedIn? You want to know? This is how you find out. Now, outside of that, there's a lot of other stuff, like you can get a pop-up ad for your website or blog, cookie generator, and OTO lists, where one-time offer list building script, so you can generate leads, like giving away something, or you can, you know, get people promoting your stuff and giving them the affiliate commission. Basically, what that is like, if you wanted people to help you build your list, you just come out with a product like a let's just say an ebook for like 99 cents, right? Anybody who promotes that, if they get a sale, they get the 99 cents. Okay, it sends the money to whoever promoted it for you, and it sends the opt-in to you. Build a team of affiliates, which is important, because then you have people promoting you. It's not just you promoting you anymore. You're a way for people to help you build your list. That's huge. That is so big. So you can add that to your LinkedIn efforts. Another thing you can do, let's just say, this was years ago, before LinkedIn. I mean, before I got to Leads Leap, so I could have added the links and tracked them. You see, there's a link right there. I could have, even though it says jcarden.com, behind the scenes, it would actually be tracked on Leads Leap, and they would go to my website. All that stuff you've seen up at the top, that does not have to be. You don't. If you're a pro member, you can remove all of that. You can remove the little thing down here, and as a free member, you can remove that. So free members cannot remove the little advertisement promoting Leads Leap. So a pro member, if you just want to track and you're not really wanting to show the ads, you can remove it. All right, guys, that's about it. Think about it. Hopefully I've given you guys a lot of good ideas. I've showed you the blueprint to conquering network marketing on LinkedIn. If you've really paid attention, you see LinkedIn has several benefits. But I'll run through it really quick and kill the video. All right. And remember, everybody who's here live, I want to have a link to help you join Leads Leap. You know, if you're not a member, when we come off, I'm going to leave a little button there. You can go do it. Account or pro membership. This as a recording. Just click the link below, and you can get those tools and, you know, put in as you work on LinkedIn. But real quick, like, remember your profile. That's where it starts. Make sure your profile is professional. It's focused on you, not the company. Okay. Start building your connections. If you don't have a connection base, you can go to groups, you know, 50 groups that are targeted to what you do. Only you can make that decision. If you're a realtor, join real estate groups. If you're a doctor, join doctor groups. If you're a network marketer, join network marketing groups, or whoever your customers may be. Join groups. You can build connections. If you stay active, it will also get people reaching out to you. which you can get as many connections. People can reach out to you all they want. I would recommend you don't do more than maybe 5 people a day. Just go in there, connect with 5 people every day, write a piece of content, post on the wall a few times. Just spend a little bit of time on LinkedIn each day. And the formula, after about a month of doing this nonstop, message people with when you connect with someone, message them with, look at their profile, find something that y'all have in common. Like maybe a network marketing company you both worked in, and say, hey, I worked in that company too. Do you remember so-and-so? Ask questions. If you want people to reply to your message, you need to ask a question, okay? If you don't ask a question, a lot of them might not think that you want to talk to them. They might be like, oh, that's great. That's a sweet message. Let me move on. But when there's a question, they'll hit reply and they'll answer it. You want to get conversations going. Messaging alone, if you do it every day and you better at it, you will see that really becomes one of the best ways to get signups. On Facebook and things like that, I don't see that kind of result like I do with LinkedIn. With LinkedIn, I start messaging people, I get signups. And it's all about getting personal and never, ever spamming. Little tip of the day, if you send out group messages and include people, don't do like what most people will do. They'll try to put up, sign up for this, it's free and whatever. Don't do that. Good idea. Put a positive message out. Just everybody, just wanted to say hello to everyone. Thanks for connecting. Let's make it a great day. Just wanted to send you a good positive message in case you needed it. Things like that matter to people. Be personal. Make it matter to them. And you'll be surprised at how many people will come back and say, wow, I'm blown away. You didn't, try to spam me. I can't tell you how many times I get that. Like, people are just blown away. And then they start asking questions after about 4 or 5 exchanges of messages. They're asking me, what should they use for this? What should they use for that? Where can they, do something? And it leads to either them wanting to work with me or purchase something from me. I remember articles go to notifications of all your network, and that's really, really big. So keep writing content. It will show people how valuable you truly are. You want to join 50 groups, be active in those groups, talk to people in those groups, get conversations going in those groups, and post your content to those groups. Also, at least start with one group, like I showed you earlier, the Network Marketing Builders. That's my group. I'm going to try to, build it up to be really big, because no matter how big it gets, send an email. Now that's powerful, guys. I mean, honestly, that is huge. You can send an email to every member in that group directly to a good email address. Not these leads that give you the wrong email address. No way, guys. You actually get into their inbox. So it's almost like they're already on your list, but in order to email them more than just on Saturday, you need to get them over to your house list. And you can do that through the announcements. Or you just send out an announcement once a week. You'll notice eventually a few, each time you send out an announcement, a few more get on your list, and next week a few more, and next week a few more. Promote a company webinar or company something, if you need to, worst case scenario. So that's how groups work. And of course, advertising, be really careful. If you've got a budget and you can afford advertising, LinkedIn advertising is pretty good. Here's an ad right here. Look at that. Looking for new patients. Sign up for a free provider and dominate search results. There you go. There's a text ad. And if I don't click that, it doesn't cost that person any money. They really only pay if I hit click. And see, since I'm not interested, I'm not going to click a picture ad. You know, that's, imagine if that box belonged to you. I mean, you're paying a good amount of money for that click, also getting a really, real good visitor. That's key. I mean, would you rather need 50,000 visitors to get a lead, or would you rather need 2 or 3 visitors to get a lead and maybe 5 or 6 to get a sale? If you said 5 or 6 to get a sale, you're going to make a lot of money. You can put money into advertising and get it back that way. So guys, let's wrap this up. Thanks for coming out. If you're watching the recording, click the button below. And be sure to message me if you have any questions, or if you got value from this, just share with your team. Perhaps LinkedIn will be good for them as well. So let's hop back over. Oh, that's this. I forget, it's this window down here. All right, let me stop screen sharing. And voila, we're done. So let me get over here and do that little thing, if I can remember how to do it here. I think it may be under control room effects. You know what? It may not. That's this. Can get the Leads Leap link over there, the offer, so y'all can go check that out. But if not, I'll be sending it out anyway by email when I send out the recording, and y'all will have access to it that way. But anyway, LinkedIn, that's probably what I'm going to have to do. LinkedIn may seem simple, you know, just messaging people saying, hey, what's going on? But I'm telling you, when you do it, you're going to notice that it's more. You may have to send 30 messages to get someone to opt in or to join something. With LinkedIn, if you're not asking them to do something until they've asked about it, you know, to where they show interest, reason you can't get one sign up a week into something. I've done my MLM 2-3 people in a week, just, you know, looking for people in network marketing. I was messaging them, first connecting, sending them a connection request, and then just attaching a personal email. Didn't mention anything about signing up to anything. A lot of people get that wrong. What they do is they go, as soon as they get a connection, you know, and I see it every day, I open up my messages and somebody is with something awesome that I need to get into, or I need to check this out because I need this or that. But what I will do is send a message. I'll look at their profile, find something we have in common, and talk about that. If you find something that you have in common with them and talk about that, that is when they tend to actually reply back to you. Does that make sense? Find something you have in common or something you can relate to from that person's profile, and you just about every time have a winning situation. You know, I'd say 4 or 5 good messages and you got to sign up. So what I see on average. So guys, I from here I'm going to head out. I'm going to send out the link because, you know, it may take me a little while to figure this one out. Link to Leads Leap for you. If you're wanting to get into Leads Leap, it's free. Like I say, it's free. If you're on a no budget, do free. But if you have a little bit of a budget, I would go pro. You saw the results in my back. I got, was it 12 people registered in like a little over a week. So that's 12 leads. You think about that. That's 12 new leads from that. So really, that would cost me a lot more, even advertising on LinkedIn or Facebook. It would cost me more than when I paid, what, a couple bucks for those. check it out. Or should I say, I'll have it in the email. And what we'll do is we'll wrap it up from there. If you're on IBO Toolbox and you stayed till the end, if you send me a message, a private message that says LinkedIn, I'll send you 1,000 IBO credits. I'm going to throw out a little credit offer. So be sure to shoot me a message that says LinkedIn. I'll shoot you 1,000 credits on IBO Toolbox. And if you're on LinkedIn, reach out. Let's connect. And you know, guys, I hope you enjoyed this blueprint. It honestly works if you do it. You got to stay consistent with it. You will, in fact, indeed, see results. So, guys, I'll catch y'all next week on the next webinar. And bye for now.